My new favorite player in college basketball, Dorian Green, who, I've got to be honest with you, I didn't know who the heck he was, and probably 99.9% of you out there didn't know who he was either. But last night, not only did Craig Davis have a huge 50-dime winner, number 8 out of 10, matching his biggest play of the college basketball season, which I elected to go with as the charity play of the week, cash in with Colorado State. But I had a 15-dime play on Colorado State as well, following up the 10-dimer on Virginia over Virginia Tech the night prior, which matched my biggest play of my career. And the Rams delivered. And why is Dorian Green so important? Because last night, in the final 65 seconds of the Colorado State-San Diego State game, this guy scored the final 6 points of the game to give us the cover. A three-pointer, then a two-point shot with a +1, and he converted, and Colorado State hung on. Now, it was an interesting game line-wise, because, when I released it early yesterday, well, not really that early, probably 11 o'clock Eastern time, it was 4.5, more 4.5s out there. And shortly after 11 o'clock Eastern time, that game jumped from 4.5 to 5, and then it jumped from 5 to 5.5. And that's where it stayed at 95% of the sports books here in Vegas and offshore until about 15 to 20 minutes before tip-off at 10 o'clock Eastern time last night. It was a solid winner. I had it at 5.5. I think most of you out there easily had it at 5.5 as well. And it just goes to show you guys what I have said and maintained for 25 years. You always bet the favorites early and you bet the dogs late, especially in big-time games like that one. Now, you're saying Mountain West Conference. It was a big game? Yeah, it was a big game for the Mountain West Conference. It was a nationally televised game. And think about that strategy, betting favorites early, betting dogs late. Generally, especially for the more publicly bet games, the ones that are on national TV, the ones that involve marquee teams or teams that are battling with something at stake and revenge, like Colorado State was last night. Where is Joe Q Public going to go? He is going to lean toward the favorite. So that's going to push that number up, especially early in the morning, when the lines are going to be more apt to move quicker. And that's the case with Colorado State. You bet it early, you won. Hell, you bet it. Who's betting a favorite 20 minutes before game time anyway last night? That's the God's honest truth. And that's how you've got to do it in college basketball. NBA and NFL and college football as well, but in college basketball especially. And listen, there's no excuse not to do it. If you're in Vegas, you can walk up and down to a zillion sports book. It's not like they're opening at 6 o'clock Eastern time like your bookmaker did 25 years ago. And if you're betting online, just put your mouse over and click and place your bet. It's that simple. Bottom line is the charity play of the week. 1 for a third straight week. This is a program that I started last March. Once a week, I give you a play for free, a big play from a top handicapper that's hot. If it wins, then the following day, I ask you to make a donation. Now listen, the past 2 weeks ago, I cashed in on a Wednesday with the charity play. Last week it was Anthony Red. This time it was Craig Davis. And in the previous 2 weeks, I told you stories about a family. One who last week, of course, on Super Bowl Sunday, lost their 3.5-year-old boy, and they needed financial support to pay for outstanding medical expenses and also his funeral. And 2 weeks ago, there was a 15-year-old boy who suffered brain damage that left him unable to talk, unable to walk at the age of like 4 months. Boy's name was Cody, I believe out of Tennessee, Chattanooga, Tennessee. I told you that story a couple weeks ago, and same situation, mounting medical expenses, but their son was coming home, entering hospice, and this amount of donations were going to help the mounting medical bills and also toward his eventual funeral expenses. You guys responded beautifully. For those of you that took part in the program, quid pro quo, you responded beautifully. I mean, we raised a lot of money for those two families. And I wanted to share something with you. The mother of the boy, Cody, the 15-year-old who is now home in Tennessee in hospice care, wrote on her website yesterday, Mr. DeMarco, I'm amazed by your generosity. I just visited your site and saw where you had previously featured Cody as your charity play of the week. Words cannot describe how much that means to our family. Thank you from the bottom of our hearts. May God bless you and everyone who donated. Christy Daniels, who is Cody's mom. Guys, this isn't about me. This is about all of us because we've created a community of givers. As I've said many, many times, there's some greater good that can be accomplished through gambling, and it doesn't help to have some positive karma on your side as well. So that message may have my name on it, but it's meant for all of you that participate in the program, which I created last March, and you have helped me make such an overwhelming success. Now, this week, and you'll see all the details here if you scroll down my page, I want to turn my attention to a family in the Beaumont, Texas area, Klinkenhammer family. Their 27-year-old father of the family, Nathan, just underwent surgery last week for the second time in a year for the removal of a cancerous tumor in his leg. In a strange, cruel twist of irony, and isn't irony so often so cruel, he happens to be a floor installer by trade. Needless to say, he is not working for quite a bit, not only because of the surgery, but because he is going to, matter of fact, he just started a few days ago, a rigorous 5-day-a-week radiation treatments that are expected to last 15 weeks. That's a hell of a long time. He's going to be out of work. The family needs support. If you click on the link here underneath my video, scroll down the page a little bit, you'll see he has 2 daughters and a family that needs some financial support for his medical bills that aren't covered by insurance, and also because, hey, bottom line, you can't work, you don't make money. And you guys know, and listen, I'm only assuming from reading the story, I don't know this 100%, but let's face it, if you happen to work on your own, it's not like there's a union backing you up there with your disability or your sick pay or anything else, you know what I mean? So I'm asking you to make a contribution. And you know the deal, guys. It doesn't matter whether it's $5, $15, $50, whatever you can afford to give. I understand that not all of you can give today, because if you're playing offshore, you're waiting for those winnings to come in for a week. But again, quid pro quo. I gave you a play last night that cost $75 for free. Craig Davis won that play. Now it's your turn to do good and help others, so I certainly hope you do participate. In terms of Craig Davis, today he's going to play equally as strong as 50-dime winner number 9 out of 11. It's in the NBA. Miami and Oklahoma City. Now understand, Craig is based out of the Oklahoma City area, okay? This guy has been deadly with his picks involving the Thunder last year in the postseason, this year as well. Just as strong as his 50-dime winner last on Colorado State over San Diego State. And a $10 bettor has won $4,525 following his betting advice in all sports combined over the past 12 weeks. Now, here's the deal with this particular play. That's his big best bet tonight. So there you have it. But, you know, when I give away a play of one of the handicappers, I, of course, take care of the lost revenue. I take care of any lost commissions, etc. But I also, the following day when that play wins, I like to reward the handicapper and reward you, because many of you may be interested in subscribing to his services. If you haven't subscribed to Craig Davis already, you just missed his 5th straight Super Bowl winner. You've missed an incredible run of action over the past 4 months anyway. Again, $10 bettors up $4,525 in that stretch. Listen, guys, if you would like to purchase one of his long-term savings packages, let me give you 2 options here today. He has a 30-day package where you get all his action for 30 days. Normally, it's $429. You can save $79 off that purchase price, knocking it down to $350 for 30 days, okay, just a tad over $10 a day, by using this coupon code. His first name, Craig, and the number 79, Craig79. That will save you $79 off the purchase of his 30-day package, okay? And by the way, if you have an instant rebate that's applicable, go ahead, apply it. You get that discount as well. If you're in the middle of a long-term package with Craig and you want to extend it, go ahead. It'll just add extra days to your service. Or if you'd like to buy a 60-day package of Craig's action. And remember, we are 54 days away today from the championship game on April 8th, Monday, right? For the men's title game, men's basketball game. If you buy a 60-day package, normal price is $779. Save $189 by using this coupon code, Craig189, Craig189, and that'll save you $189 off the purchase price of that 60-day package. Again, 30-day package, save $79, use Craig79. 60-day package, save $189, use Craig189. Now, those are particular packages, discount coupons that are good just for Craig. If also you'd like to take advantage of the promotion I ran yesterday, and I will repeat one more time today, buy one handicapper, get the plays of a second handicapper for 1 week of equal or lesser value for free. Well, you can take advantage of that as well today. So, guys, again, you buy the plays of one handicapper for 7 days. You get a second handicapper's plays for the same 7 days of equal or lesser value absolutely free. Let me use Craig Davis for an example. Let's say you wanted to make an investment with him. His 7-day package is $199. Let's say you wanted to buy Trace Adams. He's $169 for 7 days. You could buy Craig and get Trace for free. All you got to do is buy the first handicapper and then go ahead and write customer service an email and tell them, hey, I bought so-and-so. Will you please add so-and-so's place for 7 days to my package for free? Or another way to look at it, you could buy Anthony Red's place, 7 days, $219. And you can get Craig Davis for 7 days for $199 for free. So there's a lot of ways, guys, you can make and save money here. As for Anthony Red, listen, guys, yesterday I went to the well one too many times with Anthony. Gave you his plays for a fourth straight time at half price. Unfortunately, after winning the first 3, he did not win last night. But still, he's going for winning day number 13 out of 16 today. And $10 bettors in basketball, college, and pro the past 2 years have still won $10,845. And his big play tonight is 49 basketball winner number 10 out of 13 and 5 in a row on Gonzaga and St. Mary's, and he's still on a 22-12 run in college basketball despite losing with Creighton last night. One other thing I want to mention to you, I tell you the good, I tell you the bad. Brian Rosica, after starting off at the site 6-0, has lost 2 straight days. Last night, 59 winner number 3 in a row, did lose with UNLV. Still 6-2 with 137 dimes of net profit, however, since starting here at the site about a week and a half ago. Your free pick tonight, guys, I'm going to go with Gonzaga. I came this close to making Gonzaga my best bet. Of course, I also came this close to making Butler my best bet last night. Good thing I didn't. They lost outright at home. Good thing I was instead on San Diego State and got the miracle cover, right? But I'm looking at this game tonight. I think Gonzaga can win this game. But listen, guys, it's a marquee game. It is a game which, if you know anything about this series, these two teams have split the last 8 games, and you never know what to expect, and St. Mary's is seeking revenge. I mean, literally, so much at stake here. Not only the West Coast Conference first place ranking, but listen, Gonzaga, after Michigan got crushed here, Gonzaga could move up to number 3 or 4 in the rankings next week. I mean, you're looking at a team that might be a number 1 seed if they can win this game tonight and win out the rest of the season. Gonzaga comes in here having won 6 in a row in 14 of 15 games. Their only loss was a 1-point loss back in mid-January at Butler. They won the first meeting 83-78 at home. This is Gonzaga, okay? But it was a tale of 2 halves in that particular game because Gonzaga was actually up 18 points at halftime because they shot 58% from the field in the first half. In the second half, St. Mary's shot 59% and was within a 3-pointer of tying that game in the final minute. Now, the one thing here, though, is that St. Mary's doesn't have much size, okay? And listen, you've got size with Gonzaga, and I think that's the key for them tonight. You've got balanced scoring from Gonzaga as well. But let's face it, St. Mary's is 13-0 at home. I think the difference ultimately in this game, though, will look, and a game like this late in the season, you have to look at what a team has done to get to this point. Look at the back-breaking schedule Gonzaga played in terms of non-conference play this year. West Virginia, Clemson, Oklahoma, Illinois, who they did lose to, one of their 2 losses this year, Kansas State, Baylor, Oklahoma State, Butler, okay? There's a reason they have an RPI coming into this game of 12. St. Mary's, they haven't played anybody. Their RPI is 49, and it's reflected because when your big out-of-conference games are Drexel, Georgia Tech, Northern Iowa, Rhode Island, Yale, Harvard, seriously? So I say go ahead, take it in a virtual pick'em game, and go ahead with Gonzaga tonight. Good luck, guys, and I'll catch you again on Friday.